If you are bored with Red Dead Online, here are 7 ways to get the fun back. And the first method is for players who reached everything in this game, and that's why I feeling bored. It's actually pretty common when player reaches high level, buys and levels up all the roles, earns more money and gold than he or she can spend, and starts feeling a little bored of Red Dead Online, but still wants to play this game because of beautiful open world. I personally was in such situation, and one of the solutions that helped me is to simply create a new character. Red Dead Online is much more interesting when you are just starting out, because you have reasons to grind. You need to level up your character, you need to make money and buy some good weapons, ability cards, buy first roles, level them up, unlock different rewards. You have a goal. That's one of the biggest problems of this game. There are no goals left on high levels. You have to create your own fun, which we're gonna talk about later, by the way, because it's other methods creating your own fun. But when you are a low level, game gives you all these goals, all these levels to play, to develop your character, to grind. So starting from the beginning works for me, and that's why I have 6 high level characters already in Red Dead Online. But there are a few problems with this method. First of all, unlike with GTA Online, in Red Dead Online it's impossible to create a second character on one account. For some reason, I don't know why. And if you don't want to delete your character and lose all the progress, except for money and gold, you have to create a second account and play Red Dead Online from there. On PlayStation or Xbox it can be done for free, just create a second account and play from the same console. But on PC, to create another character, I had to buy Red Dead Online again. But the second problem with this method is even more significant. After creating a new character, in 60 or 70 hours you will reach level 100 again and will have everything you need again, and there will be nothing to grind for again. So it's like a temporary solution, but I'm still doing it once a year. The second way to bring back the fun of playing Red Dead Online is to try to change the way you play dramatically. For example, if you were using auto aim, try to use free aim. If you were playing on PC with mouse and a keyboard, try playing with gamepad. If you were using third-person view, as most players do, try to play in first person. Actually, I'm not gonna suggest that, because first-person view in games from Rockstar just makes me sick. I don't know why, I just hate it. Anyway, my point is, try to get out of your comfort zone when playing Red Dead Online. This way the game process will feel fresh and new and will be much more interesting, but again, only for some time, until you will learn this new skill and get used to it. The third suggestion is to find friends to play with. I mean, any game is much more fun when you playing it with friends, but quite often real-life friends will not play Red Dead Online with you because they don't like Wild West setting, or they have other things to do, or in some cases they just don't exist. But there are a lot of players in the community, on forums, on Reddit, in the official Rockstar Discord server after all, who are looking for teammates to make a trader delivery, or to complete legendary bounty missions together, or for call to arms because matchmaking for this mode is not really working well. Some players are looking for teammates for PvP battles or for opponents, and others are just looking for someone to simply hang out in Red Dead Online together, like without any specific reason, simply because they don't like to play solo. So just find such players or groups of players, team up with them and play Red Dead Online together. It will be a completely different experience. And who knows, maybe you will even become friends outside of the game, in real life. I know such cases as well. The next method is not for everyone, but many players enjoy it a lot. I'm talking about trying Red Dead Online roleplay. And by the way, it's not only a PC thing. Yes, on PC there are a lot of different RP servers. Some are heavily focused on roleplay, and just to start playing there you will have to write novel about your character. And some are more casual, but you can roleplay on consoles as well. Yes, there will be no special roleplay servers, but there are communities on both PlayStation and Xbox who are role-playing in regular Red Dead Online lobbies. For example, pretending that they are military organization with ranks, duties and stuff like that. The next way of creating your own fun in Red Dead Online is to set up your own special goals. So try to do something really challenging in Red Dead Online that game is not encourages you to do. And there is no extra payout for doing this, no award, no achievement, nothing. Actually, I know a lot of players who are doing something like that in Red Dead Online, and usually they are setting up a goal to earn $100,000, so 1,000 gold bars, so $1 million in Red Dead Online. Some are even choosing the ultimate challenge for this game is to reach rank 1000, which without using some glitches or exploits will take forever. But there are other types of challenges that you can choose. I actually prefer them because earning 1000 gold bars is just a question of how much time you will invest, but these challenges are more about skill. I'm talking about something like completing Call to Arms solo or all Call to Arms maps solo. And if that looks easy to you, try to increase difficulty. For example, complete Call to Arms solo and without drinking any tonics, or maybe without ability cards as well. That's definitely gonna be challenging. Actually, this artificial increase in game difficulty works very well combined with the first method, creating a new character. For example, try to level up without dying at all, or at least with limited amount of lives. Actually, once leveled up without killing anyone, that was really difficult. The next method of having more fun in Red Dead Online is actually completely opposite to the one that we were just talking about. Because here, instead of setting up additional challenges or even following goals that game is giving you, just focus on pure immersion and realism. Stop chasing money, gold or level. Ignore how profitable missions are. I mean, who cares how much this mission pays for 30 minutes of standing AFK if you don't like it, if you don't enjoy it? Turn off the minimap. It will definitely make the game feel more realistic and immersive. And more challenging as well, but that's not the main reason. It's also gonna be a good idea to stop using fast travel and instead to ride on your horse anywhere you need to go. Yes, it will take much more time, but this way you will get a greater sense of being present in this world. For the same reason, don't buy tonics, only craft them. Anyway, just do what seems immersive to you. I know some players are using only bow and arrows and making money only by hunting. They're also avoiding towns because they don't need all that civilization and only go in there to sell pelts and carcasses to butcher. Anyway, if none of these methods is working for you and you still feel bored of playing Red Dead Online, there is something that will definitely work. And again, it's something that I personally tried multiple times. Just stop playing Red Dead Online and try some other game. Maybe replay Red Dead Redemption 2 story, and definitely try it if you never played this masterpiece. But it's gonna be even better to try something completely different from Red Dead Online. So just play another game and maybe in a few months or a year you will feel nostalgia and decide to return to Red Dead Online. And personally, I was impressed every time when I was returning to this game after a break, impressed by how good it still looks and how good the open world is. And maybe you will find a better game for you and not return, and it's still gonna be great because you're gonna be enjoying that new game and will not have a question how to have fun again in Red Dead Online anymore. But if you will return, at least for some time, Red Dead Online will feel more fresh and interesting to you, especially if you will create a new character. And by the way, speaking about that, recently I tried to make a playthrough from level 1 to level 100 in Red Dead Online with only 9 lives. You know, to have more fun, using few methods that I mentioned in this video. And if you're interested in what happened, I suggest you to go and check the video, you can see it on your screen now. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.